Hi, Officer Scott Williams here with the Henderson Police Department. We're going to be talking today about home security. We've created this video to provide tips to better secure your residence in an effort to deter criminals. Criminals have to have the opportunity to commit crime, and today we're going to discuss ways to reduce or mitigate that opportunity. Throughout human history, we've tried to come up with ways to protect our homes or protect our castles from intruders. Today is no different. We just have more modern techniques because most neighborhoods discourage the use of moats and drawbridges. Take a moment and think about your residence as if you were looking at it from a criminal's mindset. How enticing is it for criminal activity? Criminals want the path of least resistance and prey on easy or soft targets. The first step in hardening your target and making it less desirable for criminals begins with landscape and lighting. Landscaping should be neat, clean, and properly maintained. Overgrown landscape offers concealment for criminal behavior. Criminals don't want to be noticed and observed and prefer to commit crime in anonymity. Providing concealment around doors and windows give them the confidence that they won't be noticed. As you can see, with overgrown landscape, it would be easy for a criminal to conceal themselves and much more difficult for neighbors or a passing patrol car to spot illegal or suspicious activity. Landscape recommendations are for hedges and bushes to be 3 feet or lower, and all tree canopies should be 6 feet or higher to prevent concealment. In addition, we want eyes on the street. It's proven that when criminals think they are being watched, they are less likely to commit crime. It's important that you have your blinds open so you can see out your doors and windows should you hear suspicious noises. The next important crime prevention technique is lighting. Lighting is the #1 deterrent to nighttime crime. Again, criminals don't want to be noticed and they like to commit crime under the cloak of darkness. So let's make it less appealing for them by lighting up our properties. Let's look at these comparisons. With the poorly lit house, you can see how easy it is for criminals to go unnoticed. A house that's well lighted definitely makes it less appealing for criminal behavior to target that residence. It's important to keep your lights on all night long. Turning them off after 10 o'clock p.m. is not going to deter the crime that occurs later in the evening or early morning hours. The use of a timer is strongly recommended. They can be easily programmed to have the lights turn on and off at specific times, and it eliminates having to remember to turn your lights on and off. This applies to your landscape lighting as well. The brighter, the better. The vast majority of burglaries and home break-ins occur at the front and rear doors of a residence. The most common entry methods are door kick-ins and glass breaks. Let's start with the front door security options. We will discuss single and double door options. First, here's a single solid door. When a door is forcefully kicked, the weakest point of the door is what gives way first. The weakest point happens to be the strike plate in the door jamb where the deadbolt goes. This is because typically residences have 3/4 inch screws securing a strike plate to the door jamb. By simply removing the 3/4 inch screw and replacing them with 3 to 4 inch screws that now go all the way into the studs, you create a much stronger point that can hold up better to force being applied to the door. Another great option for door security is the addition of metal security doors. Security gates and doors are very difficult to defeat and have been proven in preventing burglaries. There are companies offering metal security screens for all your doors and your windows. It's recommended adding a larger peephole viewer so you can better see who's at your front door for safety and security. Installing one of these gives you a large 180-degree view of your porch from a safe distance from your door. Now let's look at a single glass door or a decorative door. These are inherently easier to defeat because of the ease to break the glass. There is still a need to secure it with the longer screws in the strike plate, and security doors are a great fix, but some don't want to cover their decorative door and some HOAs don't allow the security doors. An alternative to this is the use of security laminates. This will prevent objects from being thrown through and breaking the glass. Laminates work by having a professionally installed film placed on the glass. This film makes it increasingly more difficult to penetrate. There are many reputable installers in the valley. Next, let's look at French door and double door setups. Unlike single doors, the weak points differ somewhat due to the design of double doors. We recommend securing the middle of the door with a larger strike plate that spans the middle of the door. In addition, security bars are one of the most effective and easiest ways to secure your door. A security bar is propped at an angle between the door and the floor, preventing the door from opening. Next, we are going to take a look at rear entry doors. The same techniques that are used for the front doors can be applied to the rear doors. However, many rear access doors are glass slider doors. Because most rear slider doors are glass, the use of security laminates is obviously a great option to prevent the glass break technique. Also prevent sliders from being slid open by using a secondary locking device such as a door pin, a Charlie bar, or even a wooden dowel. Another way criminals defeat slider doors is the lift technique. Criminals simply lift the door up and out of the track for entry. They do this for slider windows as well. An easy way to prevent the lift technique is to install a screw in the track of the door or window. By doing this, the window still slides back and forth, but the screw prevents the window or door from being lifted out. It's recommended to use 2 screws for the slider doors due to their size. Another common entry method for criminals is through the overhead garage door. Criminals will break a window or bend the door and pull on the red cord that allows the garage to disengage from the motor, allowing the door to simply be lifted up. Remove the cord and take away this option. I recommend having a hook or a hanger that you keep close by on the wall. That way, if you need to hook it in and pull the release, you can. And don't forget to secure the door going from the garage into your house. These always seem to get neglected because people feel the garage door is a sufficient barrier. Let's talk about home alarm systems and surveillance. Home alarm systems are definitely a positive deterrent to crime. When an audible alarm is going off, it triggers a panic and urgency that reduces criminals' desire to enter the residence or stick around. Home alarm systems should not be used exclusively as a crime prevention technique. It's important to use it as a layer of protection to be combined with the physical security measures we've already discussed. Surveillance systems can be a deterrent because criminals do not want to be seen or monitored. Surveillance cameras are also a very valuable tool as an investigative lead in the event of criminal activity on your property. One of the most important crime prevention measures any residential community can adopt is a neighborhood watch program. The concept of eyes on the street, which is simply looking out for one another and reporting suspicious behavior, is a powerful tool that significantly reduces criminal behavior. We encourage the setup of a neighborhood watch program in your neighborhood. If you currently have an active neighborhood watch, it's important that it's being utilized and all the participants are using the concepts of see something, say something. Reporting suspicious behavior can be done by calling 311 for non-emergency situations. Every layer of security you add can help mitigate crime, but understand that nothing out there is foolproof. Because crime can and still does occur, it's vital that you help aid in the recovery of your property in the event of a theft. This can only be accomplished if you know what you own. It's essential that you keep a log of your valuables, including the serial numbers, make, model, and description. If we can track and recover stolen property, we can identify the criminals that prey on the public and bring them to justice. A free, secure, and easy way to keep a log of your valuables is through reportit.leadsonline.com. Simply log on and create an account, then log your valuables and photos of the valuables. In the event of a theft, you can access this information and provide it to law enforcement to help locate and recover your property. This is also beneficial for any insurance claims. We appreciate your desire to secure your residence and protect your valuables and your family. Thanks for your commitment to reduce and deter crime and ensure that Henderson remains one of America's safest cities. Should you have any questions or need any further information, such as how to set up a neighborhood watch, simply log on to cityofhenderson.com. Thank you so much for your time.